This is an introduction video of the VisioLogix Hydra Enterprise Evidence Management Software. This is the home page of our VisioLogix Hydra software. These three lower buttons will all lead to the same location, which shows all the Hydra features and capabilities. Click on About, and this will explain Hydra. You click on Register, and this is where you would register to create an account. You would have to fill out all your emails and everything, and have to agree to the terms and conditions, which is here. Click on Agree. Once you sign up, just wait for an approval email to confirm your registration. You click on Contact. This shows all the contact information to us. Click on Private Policy, and that shows VisioLogix Corporation's private policy. Okay, we'll click on Home, and we'll go to the login screen. We'll type in our login information and password. Once you've logged in at random, a two-step security authentication will appear, and you have to input the password that your admin has set. This is also configurable to be disabled. You will then be taken to the dashboard of the user. The dashboard is actually configurable by the admin if they want it to be enabled or disabled. If enabled, you will see the dashboard, classifications, file properties, and a lot of other information. If the admin wanted to disable parts of the dashboard, for instance the classification or file properties, they can, to show only the graph. If they wanted to disable the whole entire dashboard, then the user would go straight to their catalog screen. When you look at this ingest graph, this is the ingest of the last 30 days. If you hover each of the dots, you'll see how many files there are in each of the ingest dates. And to the right, we have information of how many active files are currently in the system, your file storage, and how much space you are currently using, and also purge files. Under that, we have a file view bar that shows a percentage of how many files have been viewed. Under that is classified, so it shows you the percentage of how many files have been classified with the classification. And next is a shared bar to show how many files have been shared. The job and queue bar is to show any jobs that have to be done that are very intensive and will be done offline. And right under that would show job ready once those jobs were finished and ready. And under the ingest graph, there's going to be a bar that shows how many video files you have in total in your storage, as most of your assets will be video. And to the right of that is going to show you the total video durations of all your videos combined together. To the right of that is the average video durations of each of your videos. So we'll go to classifications, and this will show you the top 10 classifications that you've previously used, and it will show how many files are in each of the classifications. It also shows you the percentage of the inflation of each classification. Next would be file property. This is to show all the attributes of all the files that have been marked as evidence, marked as retaining indefinite, that were bookmarked, that were assigned with CAD IDs, with RMS IDs, or a CR number. Next we'll go to catalog, and I'll start at upload files. This is where you can upload external files up to 500 megabytes. You can upload any kind of documents, videos, pictures, etc. So I'm going to select these two that I already have on here. And here you could choose to upload one at a time, or if you'd like to upload all files, you just click the Start Upload button at the top. Then we're going to go to Dashboard. and as you can see, the 2 files were uploaded on that date. And then we'll go to our evidence catalog to see the 2 files that were uploaded. As you can see in the evidence catalog, these are the 2 files that were just recently uploaded. If you uploaded any other files on the same date, you would see it on this catalog window. If you didn't upload any assets on this date, you'd see 0 files found. For all dates that had assets uploaded, you would see a list that's on default by 30 days. You can also select 60, 90, or 180 days, and it would show you all the dates that had assets uploaded. If you click on any of these dates, it would take you to all the files that have been uploaded for that date. Please be aware of this important notice for security and CJIS standard reason. We have disabled the back button on the browser so the officer cannot go backwards and see any files. We have also disabled the right-click button on the mouse, so what you see on the screen in front of you is all that you will see. So now we're in the date that we have selected, and these are all the files that are shown. So all the templates are displayed and shown in a fly container format, which will show slides and also light up boxes. So let's start with the components of each of the thumbnails. As you can see, it will show you a randomized image of the video or asset, which is not saved in a video format or a image JPEG format. On the top right of the thumbnail, you're going to see remaining days of the retention period for this file. As you can see, it was set to an assault no weapon classification, which has a retention period of 180 days. As you can see, it shows 146 days before it purges. On the bottom left, you're going to see the case report number that was created for this file. If there was none created, it would be blank and you would not see anything. To the right of the CR number, you'd see a bookmark icon, which states that there was a bookmark created in this file. To the right of the thumbnail, you're going to see the file format and also a view count of how many times this file has been viewed. To the bottom left of the slide, you would see the owner of the file. You'd see the date and time stamp of the file. You'd see the ingested date of this file, a classification that was selected, the security role that has been set, and also any description or addresses. To the right of that are different options that you can select, like history, preview, profile, and memos. For administrators, please keep in mind that anything on these slides can be disabled or enabled for any user in the configuration. As we have full permissions as admins, we can see everything here. By clicking on history, you're going to see all the file history for this file. You'll see that when it was ingested, how many times it was viewed, if there's any added memos, it's going to show you who added the files or who added the memos. It's going to show which IP it came from, and also it'll show you which computer devices it came from. If the file profile was updated, it's going to show you a detail of what it was previously named and what it was updated to. The file history is going to show everything all the way down to every view log. Close history. When you click on preview, it's a quick preview so you can see the video or photo file. As you can see, once we click it, the view count goes to 24 from 23 because we just opened it to view it. So here you can quickly see the video playing. You're able to adjust the volume. If you'd like, you can mute it. You can also go into full screen, and by pushing escape, it'll close the full screen. You can pause it, fast forward, search back and forth, and as you can see, it shows all the data similar to on the slide. By clicking on profile, you're going to see the profile details for this file. A little window will pop up, and you'll see all the metadata that you see similar to the slide with an additional 3. You'd see duration of the file size, and camera ID. If the camera was uploaded by a docking station, it would show the camera ID. But since this file was uploaded through a web base, it's going to show the IP address where it came from. So as you can see, the IP address is the location of where the file was uploaded. You can also edit the description, the case report number. If you wanted to unmark bookmark, you can. If you wanted to check evidence, you can. If you want to add a CAD number, you can. An RMS number. If you needed to add a street address with all the location of the file, you can. You can set the RBAC security levels and also the classifications for this file. And you can save. Now, as you can see, all the information has been updated on the slide. And as you can see, next to Memo, there's a green check mark which shows that there are memos in this file. So let's click on Memos. A little window will pop up, and it's going to show you the memos that have been created on here. If you wanted to create new memos, just click on Clear, type in the title, short description, add in the details, and then click on Save. As you can see, you'll save a new memo, date and time stamped with the user ID. Memos cannot be edited or deleted. Any new memos have to be saved as a new memo. If you wanted to update multiple files and you wanted to update their metadata or any info on there, you can do so by just clicking each of the thumbnails, and you'd see it turns green. And once you do so, once you click Profile, what it's going to do, it's going to open up a window. You can change all your details that you'd like. We'll change the CR number. We'll take out the bookmarks. We'll put an officer role. Change the classification to burglary, and then save all. As you can see, it's going to update all 4 of the files. As you can see, the case number has changed. And if you want to unselect everything, click on Search on the top left. Click on Clear Selected, and you'll notice that all of the files have turned gray from green and have been unselected. By clicking on Profile, if you have permissions from your admin, there's Export File, which will allow you to export this file to anywhere on your computer where you'd like to save. And now we're going to go over to Search. And go Search Parameters, and since I am an admin, I'll have the rights to do a full search. So I can do global search, or I could do group result. So in global search, I will be able to see every single file in this database. And so by just clicking on search, it's going to show me all my files that I have ingested in here. As you can see, I have 102 results. Going back into the search, if I wanted to do a full global search, you'll see that I can see everybody's files, and it's all in chronological order from when it was ingested into the system. And it's going to show you all users mixed up from file to file, because each of the files were uploaded by different users at different times. And by going into the search and clicking on group results, it will show up each of the files grouped up by each user. As you can see here, this group of files is from Greg Baker. If I scroll down, you'll see it from Han Dang. And if you go down even more, you'll see Dave Osborne's files and Trung Pham's files. Each of the files are listed in chronological order from when the user ingests the files. Since I have full admin rights, I will be able to view each of the users' dashboards, which will show all the data of when they viewed files, classified files, how many files they have, how much storage they're taking, and all the other data on their dashboard.
And since I have full user rights, if I wanted to see all of their files, I can and change the catalog as needed. If I wanted to go directly to their profile, I can actually click on the list of team members, and a list of team members with RBAC levels lower than you will show, and you can go in, select their account, and it will take you to their dashboard or their Finders page. So as you can see here, I'm in Dave Osborne's account, his Finder page. I could search his parameters as I was in his account. I can update what I needed, and I can see everything in here. Please keep in mind, this is all configurable in the rights and privileges that is set by the admin. If I wanted to see a date to see if this user ingested any files, I could click on Find, click on the date, and click on Find again, and it'll show me all the results from that date. If I wanted to see just pictures or videos, I could pick the file extension. As you can see, these are all the videos. And if I want to see all the file types and what were bookmarked, I can do that in the search results as well. As you can see, Dave Osborne has no bookmarks, so I will click the little green icon, which will go back to my catalog. I'll click on bookmark, and I'll show you that all the files came up in my catalog. Go into Sursax's catalog, and he has nothing bookmarked. By clicking the green icon will take me back to my account, as you can see. And now I'm going to go do a general search to show you all the files. So here I can show you about sharing files.
So let me click on search and get a full general search of all the files. Then I'll click on these two items to share, click on action, share files, and it will go to our share files window, which those are the two files that we're going to be sharing. You're going to see a list here of all the people that are allowed to share with you under your security settings. And there is share by reference, share by copy, which I'll explain in a bit. And I want to set an expiration date for how long this can be shared. So I set a date of March 31st. And then now I will share the file. It's going to show that share files were successful. If I was to select share by copy, what would be happening is it's going to send over a copy of the files, and it wouldn't show you any of this expiration. So let's go back to the catalog screen and click on search, and we're going to do a full general search. And now, as you can see, these files were showed as shared, and who was shared from and who it shared to. And to the right you can see the expiration date, and if you wanted to revoke the share, you can do that as well with a click. So now let's go into previewing. So let's select a bunch of multiple files, and also let's scroll down and get some pictures. And if you want to view them all, you just click on preview, preview selected, and then our media player would appear on the window. And as you can see at the bottom of the screen, you can see all of the files, the videos, images, if there were audio files or any snapshots. As you can see to the right of the video, it's going to show you all the metadata of this file that's playing right now. It will also show you the duration and the playtime and playtime remaining as you're playing this video. This map to the right is if there's any GPS location used, it will show pinpoint of where this video was taken. As you can see at the function bar, there's play, pause, frame rewind, frame forward, and all you have to do is press pause
You click one frame back, one frame forward, and you can keep going frame by frame by frame if you'd like to see every frame that was recorded. There's previous file, next file. So we clicked on next file, and you can actually mute the audio or adjust the audio. You could toggle loop, so when video finishes, it's going to replay. As you can see here, I'll click it to the end, and it loops back to the beginning of that file. See right here, it's going to loop right back to that file. You could do full screen mode, which will see the full video on the screen. Just push escape for it to go back. You click a snapshot right there, and as you click on it, it's going to snap a shot and save it. If you wanted to export the file, if you had the rights to, you can click on that, select your destination, and save it onto your computer. If you wanted to add any memos directly onto here, you can by clicking on there, and then you can search the memos, or you can add memos. If you wanted to see the details of this whole file, you click on that, and you can edit it or view it if you'd like. If you wanted to redact a video, you can click on this button to submit for a request to redact this video. Once you click on it, this redact window will come up, and you can click OK, and it'll send it out to get redacted. The question mark is a keyboard help. We have a few hotkeys that you can use for quick maneuvering through our software. Like P is for play, L is for loop, M is for mute, plus and minus is going forward and backwards, N is for next video, and etc. There are other buttons as well. Then we're going to go down to the bottom. You can see if you click on Snapshot, we don't have any there yet. Images, there are 2 that are there if you wanted to view. And so yeah, let's close out the media player, and we'll go back to our catalog. And we also have different type of viewers for different file types. For instance, if you had a PDF file right here, you click on preview, and then a PDF preview will show. If I'll show you another PDF. As you can see, it's a PDF reader, and you can scroll and see through and read your whole entire PDF. If you had a document file, you can click on preview, and you can see the full document as well on Word. As you see, that's our DSM one now. Close that out. If you had a spreadsheet, like an Excel spreadsheet, you can click on preview, and we have a spreadsheet previewer right onto here. If you were to click on a JPEG video, it would just pop up as a picture. Okay, so here we're going to select a couple files, which there's already a few selected here. So let's just select 4 of them, and then click on preview, multi-preview, and what you'll see here is that all 4 videos are going to be playing simultaneously. This does take a bit of bandwidth, but you'll be able to see different perspectives or different cameras all at one time. And then from here you can take your notations and review anything that is needed. As we already have a few files selected here, we'll click on Actions, Export Files, and as you can see here, it's going to show you all the files that you have selected, and you can export it to your computer there. So we've already gone through Finder, so we'll just go to Account. If you have the rights and privilege to do so, you can go into the account profile, and you can actually edit the user's PIN, primary phone number, email address, anything for their profile. And then we'll go to About, go to Hydra Alerts. As you can see, there are no alerts from today.
The alerts would pretty much show if there's any system maintenance or if storage is getting full or anybody logged in that was restricted or wrong passwords. You can also go to About, go to our Help, and it'll show you everything that you need, from videos, training videos, to user manuals, any tools you need to have installed, or team view or remote viewing if you need tech support. If you need any support, you can submit a ticket, and a technician will reply within 1 to 2 business days. Click on About. It will show you the version number and the build number that we're on. So click on Dashboard and we go back to our dashboard. So this is our VisioLogix Hydra management software. So I'll sign out. Thank you.